What is up, everybody? This is Atticus the Death Meller. Before I get down to the video at hand here, just want to give out a little update on my GoFundMe. If you check out my GoFundMe page, it looks like that money has been taken out. Well, it is due to two things. One, I had to get some money withdrawn out of my GoFundMe account, so it's currently onto my banking account, and yes, there are still donations still going on. Another factor is that one of my donators had her credit card stolen, and so she had to make that payment, obsolete. But it's only temporary until she gets all that figured out, and then she's gonna give me back the money, just so in case that she doesn't get like identity theft and all that other shit. So there's that. Donations are still gonna go on. Keep on donating, and it means the world to me that you are all helping me out for my senior film. It means a lot, so keep on doing that. And let us get down to the topic at hand here. Now, I understand over the whole terrorist attacks that have happened in Paris, and this, I was originally going to make a video on this whole thing, but I have covered it on OfficialGTAG's channel, which the video will be on the description below. This, I believe, is going to be part 2 on the whole terrorist attacks and everything that's going on. Now, all I gotta say, the internet is just a big clusterfuck like that of Syria right now. You have these radical fascist movements saying what happened to Paris is basically an alarm bell. We need to take up arms and defend Europe, or else we're all going to be extinct. Then you have the special snowflake SJWs guilt-tripping people who have that Paris flag over their Facebook profile pictures saying, "Dude, why are you focusing on Paris? Did you realize there was a terrorist attack that happened in Beirut? Syria has to go with this all the fucking time. And of course there was a bombing in Baghdad. Nobody gives a shit about a white country. Have you seen the colonialism that France has done? You should be fucking ashamed and full of white guilt. Check your goddamn privilege." And then, oh my god, you have the Black Lives Matter activists that before this whole shindig in Paris happened, they refused journalists to cover their story. And after the Paris attacks, they're basically bitching, moaning, and pissing and complaining that they're not getting a lot of coverage. You got what you wanted, and now Fucking logic, you people. And of course you have 31 states in America, of course my state of Florida, refusing refugees. And for a good reason only. Yes, you can call me a fucking cold, heartless bastard. I understand. These refugees, pretty much everything that they have back home in Syria is blown to smithereens. They have nothing left. And it fucking sucks that they have nowhere to go. But the fact of the matter is that, one of those terrorists imitated a refugee. It's pretty much like the Trojan horse. Pretty much like a lot of the governors in the US are basically, they basically read the Iliad, for instance. A wolf in sheep's clothing. Now, I could go on more about this, but I'm pretty much repeating myself on what I did on Stoutmeister's video. Now, this video is primarily focusing on one of those people who uses this tragedy to their own agenda. That person being Steven Anderson. Now, Steven Anderson, he's a special kind of bigotry. I remember, if y'all remember me saying that Kim Davis was the living embodiment of cancer, she is child's play to compared to what Steven Anderson has said. If you remembered a while back, Steven Anderson, pretty much to initiate people to the gay agenda, homosexuals will go out of their way into raping straight people so they can become gay. Yes, this guy literally thinks this way. And, oh my fucking god. what he pulled out of his tight little asshole absolutely infuriated me. If you thought that I was fucking pissed off over what Vegan Gains did, this really struck a fucking nerve into me over what Mr. Anderson had said about the terrorist attacks, especially on that show involving the Eagles of Death Metal. And this is what he had to say right here. When you go to a concert of death metal, somebody might get killed. You know, you're worshiping death, and then all of a sudden, people start dying. Well, you love death so much, you bought the ticket, you love worshiping Satan. Well, let's have some of Satan's religion come in and shoot you. I mean, that's what these people should think about before they go into such a wicked concert. If you think that I'm fucking bullshitting or not, you know what? I'm actually going to play the clip right here.
Of death. You know, there's something about when you go to a concert of death metal, somebody might get killed. Right. You know, you're worshiping death. And then all of a sudden people start dying. Oh, wait a minute, what's going on? Well, you love death so much that you bought the ticket. Yeah. You love worshiping Satan. Well, let's have some of Satan's religion come in and shoot you. I mean, that's what these people should think about before they go to such a wicked concert.
Steven Anderson, you're a fucking dick. You're a fucking dick. Do you realize that? Because I gotta say this. Like, do you realize that the Eagles of Death Metal is not really death metal at all? They're not really death metal. They don't even label themselves as a metal band. They're more of a rock act. It's just basically just a stupid joke name that they put in. Like, for instance, the band Black Pussy, when a bunch of black feminists got after their fucking bullshit. I mean, a lot of those people went to that show because they wanted to have some time off over their busy lives. And it was cut short due to some crazy radical jihadists that wanted to push their agenda and killed all of those innocent people in that show. And you going around saying that they deserved it makes me fucking enraged. I have a big problem with that because not too long ago, and I mentioned this a couple times on my channel, this happened to me when I was at Tampa in 2012 for the Summer Slaughter Tour. And those of you who were at that show know this very fucking well. You know what? A lot of you probably know this story, but to my new subscribers who are watching my videos, let me just put this out of the way. Now, Job for a Cowboy was beginning their sets, and they abruptly ended their set and bolted out. And we were totally confused over what's going on. And the guys who owned the venue said, we know what the problem is. You guys need to get the fuck out of here. So all of us, I think it was a couple thousand people that were in the venue were evacuated. And there were cops, SWAT teams, K9 patrols everywhere. And what happened is that someone had a tip that someone was going to shoot Job for a Cowboy on stage. And whether you like Job for a Cowboy or not, that's a pretty fucking scumfuckery thing to do. Go out of your way into killing a band on stage because you fucking hate them. That's the kind of shit that happened to Dimebag Darrell. I mean, I remember when I was seeing Psycroptic and Whitechapel not too long ago that Jason Kaiser, who was filling in for Jason Pepiet for Psycroptic, said, you know, we don't allow this shit. This is a safe place and where we get to have fun and mosh and all this other stuff.
Yesterday. This is a safe place where we can beat the shit Jason from Psycroptic already had a address about Paris last night. And just the simple fact that we played there back in April, that could have been us. It could have been Psycroptic. It could have been Culture Killer. But we're here tonight in Jacksonville, Florida, having a good fucking time, and we're gonna have a safe time, alright? And all of our condolences go to the Eagles of Death Metal for having to experience that tragedy last night.
And people like this going out of their way to enact violence towards people who just want to have a good fucking time really absolutely disgusts me. And Steven Anderson, motherfuckers like you going around to say that people ask for it, you can go ahead and go fuck yourself. I understand that you have the freedom to say what you want, but expect some fucking backlash coming from a metalhead like me. I've been to a lot of venues, and shit like this never happened except for Summer Slaughter 2012, because some person thought Joffrey Cowboy kind of deserved getting shot on stage. You know what? Those people can fucking fuck themselves to death. And that's not all of it. That's not all of it. Like, this motherfucker goes on to label the vocalist for the Eagles of Death Metal, calling him a drug-pushing hillbilly faggot.
And look, I'm not condoning what these Islamic murderers did. They're wicked. They're murderers. But you know what? Nobody should be at a concert worshiping Satan with this drug-pushing hillbilly faggot.
Why? Because he wore pink pants on. My older brother wears, like, pink chubbies on him. Is he gay? No. He just has a very funny, sarcastic, very hilarious personality and stuff. And you're gonna go around to say that he is a faggot for wearing pink. Filthy Frank goes on as pink guy. Is he a faggot? You know what? He would probably laugh it off over to you, you fucking conservative asshole. Fuck you. Like, honestly, fuck you. You honestly have no heart, and you basically make all Christians look bad. And this is a little double standard I want to bring out here. To all of you people that are going around saying that not all Muslims are like that, you're the same motherfuckers that go around labeling all Christians as Bible-thumping bigots. Going around labeling all of people like my family, even though they are devout Catholics and have not put their religious views onto other people's throats. They are not fucking bigots. This is coming from an atheist himself. And I can guarantee you a lot of atheists are going to say, well, Atticus the death metaler, the world would be such a better place if religion ceased to exist. That religion is such a cancer. Pol Pot abolished religion in Cambodia, and look what happened. He killed over 2 million people. A lot of those people were bright, smart individuals. And it is something that, and Cambodia will never recover. They still cannot recover over the Khmer Rouge. That's the price of radical atheism right there. They banned religion, banned money, and pretty much Pol Pot wanted to kill off his country's culture, which was absolutely fucking atrocious. And you can go around to say, look, I understand this. There are Muslims that are just trying to go on their daily lives. They want to start businesses, they're trying to provide their families, they want to provide for careers and make new jobs for, communities and stuff, and better their own communities. That's fine and dandy. But And to go on to say that the Crusades were worse and that, the Christians deserve all the hate and bigotry for the Inquisition and witch trials. Look at this map right here of like all the jihads, past attacks done by in the name of Allah, and look at the fucking Crusades. That proves my point right there. But I'm not saying that, you're going to have your radicals in every group. And that's the sad thing about things right here. And you know what? I feel sorry for, the rational thinking Muslims that, have to go through this daily basis. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. All I just gotta say is fuck radicals. Fuck radicals in every group. Fuck radical Christians, fuck radical Jews, fuck radical Muslims, fuck radical atheists, and fuck radical Buddhists. Yes, fuck radical Buddhists, because in Myanmar, they are basically killing off Muslims. In Myanmar. The only rational thinking religious groups are pretty much Shintos and Sikhs. Well, beside the fact that Japan is a very xenophobic culture, but that goes on beyond the point here. All I'm trying to say is that Steven Anderson, you can go ahead and fuck yourself. I'm done rambling here, and without further ado, I'm Atticus, a death metaler. Hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Links are in the description below. If you want to help out on the victims of Paris, there's a link in the description below where you can help out the victims of the families of the victims that happened in Paris. Keep it metal, and c'est la vie. Have a wonderful day.
Fuck your God.